Welcome to IAS Academy. Prior to the 2023 preliminary exam, we will cover 15 questions daily in a video. I have already uploaded 40 test series last year. So, let's start our session. Our first question is,
who founded the Ahmedabad Textile Labour Association? Options are Mahatma Gandhi, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, N.M. Joshi, J.B. Kripalani. The answer to this question is option A, Mahatma Gandhi. Anasuya Sarabhai was supported in her work by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi along with Anasuya Sarabhai founded Ahmedabad Textile Labour Association, that is Mazdoor Mahajan Sangh, in the year 1918. So your answer to this question is option A. Question number 2. During the freedom struggle, Aruna Asaf Ali was a major woman organizer of underground activity in options are Civil Disobedience Movement, Non-Cooperation Movement, Quit India Movement, Swadeshi Movement. The answer to this question is option C, Quit India Movement. Aruna Asaf Ali was a freedom fighter who rose to prominence during the Quit India Movement. She is known as the Grand Old Lady of Indian Independence for her role in freedom struggle. Aruna Asaf Ali took part in many non-violent agitations during the Salt Satyagraha. For this, she was promptly arrested by colonial authorities. Gandhi-Irwin Pact was made in 1931, which promised the release of all those arrested during the Salt Satyagraha. But Aruna Asaf Ali was not among them. Only a strong protest by other women freedom fighters and Mahatma Gandhi helped in securing her release. So your answer to this question is option C. Question number 3. With reference to the religious history of India, consider the following statements. Statements are, Stavravardhins belongs to Mahayana Buddhism. That is incorrect. Logottaravadina sect was an offshoot of Mahasangika sect of Buddhism. That is correct. Deification of Buddha by Mahasangika's apostate Mahayana Buddhism. That is also correct. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? The answer to this question is option B. Statement 2 and 3 are correct and statement 1 is incorrect. Mahasangika means Great Congregation, was an early Buddhist school of thought which formed after the Second Buddhist Council when it separated itself from another school, the Stavravardha, over differences in monastic practices. At the council, Stavravardha insisted on more rigorous rules of conduct for the monks, but their suggestions were rejected by the majority at the council, who then referred to themselves as Mahasangikas. Mahasangika and Stavravardha later evolved into Mahayana and Theravada. Hence, statement 1 is not correct and statement 3 is correct. Further, subdivisions of Mahasangikas over the next 7 centuries included the Logottaravadin sect. Hence, statement 2 is correct. So, your answer to this question is option B. Question number 4. With reference to history of India, consider the following pairs. Pairs are Bilsa, Madhya Pradesh, that is correct. Dwarasamudra, Maharashtra, that is incorrect. Girnar, Gujarat, that is correct. Staneshwara, Uttar Pradesh, that is incorrect. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The answer to this question is option A. Pairs 1 and 3 are correctly matched. Vidisha, formerly known as Balsa and known as Besnagar in ancient times, is a city in central Madhya Pradesh. Hence, pair 1 is correctly matched. Halebidu, historically known as Dwarasamudra, is a town located in Karnataka. Halebidu is a home to some of the best examples of Hindu and Jain temples with Hoysala architecture. Hence, pair 2 is not correctly matched. Girnar is an ancient hill in Junagadh, that is in Gujarat. Hence, pair 3 is correctly matched. Staneshwara or Taneshwar city or old Kurukshetra city is a historic town and an important Hindu pilgrimage center in Kurukshetra district of Haryana. Hence, pair 4 is not correctly matched. So, your answer to this question is option A. Question number 5. With reference to the cultural history of India, consider the following pairs. Pairs are Parivrajaka, Renunciant and Wanderer, that is correct. Jramana, priest with a high status, that is incorrect. Upasaka, lay follower of Buddhism, that is correct. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The answer to this question is option B. Pairs 1 and 3 are correctly matched. Traveling mendicants were usually called Parivrajaka. They were seekers of truth who did not live permanently at any one place, wandering from place to place. Hence, pair 1 is correctly matched. The Sanskrit word Parivrajaka translates to a wanderer. Famous examples are Gautama Buddha and Vardhamana Mahavira. Jramana in Sanskrit means the one who strives, that is, to realize the truth. Jramana traditions in ancient India were brought about by the ascetics who renounced worldly life to search for the truth about life and the universe. They were commonly known as monks. Hence, pair 2 is not correctly matched. Upasakas means the followers of Buddhism, hence pair 3 is correctly matched. So here answer to this question is option D. Question number 6. If the Earth's direction of rotation is reversed, what would be the IST when it is noon at the international date line? Options are 6:30 hours, 5:30 hours, 18:30 hours, 17:40 hours. The answer to this question is option A, 6:30 hours. Generally, Indian Standard Time is ahead of Greenwich. That is, we have to add plus 5:30. But if the direction of rotation of the Earth is reversed, then Indian Standard Time will be behind Greenwich Mean Time. That is, we have to subtract 5:30. When it is noon in the time, that is 12, then it will be 12 minus 5:30, that is 6:30 am in place of 17:30 pm or 5:30 pm. So here answer to this question is option A, 6:30 hours. Question number 7. Consider following statements regarding asteroids. Statements are: asteroids are rocky debris of varying sizes orbiting the sun. That is correct. Most of the asteroids are small, but some have diameter as large as 1000 km. That is correct. The orbit of asteroids lies between orbit of Jupiter and Saturn. That is incorrect. Which of these statements are correct? The answer to this question is option C. Statement 1 and 2 are correct. Statement 3 is incorrect. Asteroids are rocky debris of varying sizes from smaller to as large as 1000 km. Asteroids are rocky objects that orbit the sun, much smaller than planets. They are also called minor planets. First group of asteroids found in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, but not between Jupiter and Saturn. So statement 1 and 2 are correct, but statement 3 is not correct. So here answer to this question is option C. Question number 8. With the present state of development, artificial intelligence can effectively do which of the following? Options are: bring down electricity consumption in industrial units, create meaningful short stories and songs, disease diagnosis, text-to-speech conversion, wireless transmission of electrical energy. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option D, all the above. In 2019, UPSC answer key was option B, that is 1, 3 and 4 were correct. But now it is 2022, so we can choose the answer option D, that is all the above, because of the advanced artificial intelligence development. AI refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think like humans and mimic their actions. AI has various applications in today's society, that is, in multiple industries such as healthcare, entertainment, finance, education, etc. AI has been used in disease diagnosis, creating songs like Am AI and Daddy's Car, and creating short stories and fictions. AI has been used in text-to-speech conversion, that is, Seriweb AI. AI also used in power industry, that is, machine learning assisted power transfer using magnetic resonance. AI is also used for energy efficiency. Hence, all the options are correct. So, in 2022, we can definitely go with the answer option D. Question number 9. What is the importance of using pneumococcal conjugate vaccines in India? Statements are: these vaccines are effective against pneumonia as well as meningitis and sepsis. That is correct. Dependence on antibiotics that are not effective against drug-resistant bacteria can be reduced. That is correct. These vaccines have no side effects and cause no allergic reaction. That is incorrect. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option B. Statement 1 and 2 are correct. Statement 3 is incorrect. Pneumococcal conjugate vaccines prevents pneumococcal diseases. PCVs could potentially prevent pneumonia, meningitis and sepsis, especially in young children. Hence statement 1 is correct. The growing resistance of pneumococcal bacteria to commonly used antibiotics underlines the urgent need for vaccines to be used to control pneumococcal disease. PCV prevents antibiotic-resistant pneumococcal infections. Hence 2 is correct. Redness, swelling, fever, loss of appetite, fuzziness and pain, or tenderness where the shot is given can happen. Hence statement 3 is not correct. So here answer to this question is option B. Question number 10. The resolution for removing the Vice President of India can be moved in. Options are Lok Sabha alone, either House of the Parliament, joint sitting of Parliament, Rajya Sabha alone. Here answer to this question is option D, Rajya Sabha alone. A resolution for removal of Vice President can be introduced only in Rajya Sabha and not in Lok Sabha. Article 67 subclause B. The Vice President cannot be formally impeached unlike the President. He can be removed by the resolution of Rajya Sabha passed by majority of all the then members of Rajya Sabha and agreed to by the Lok Sabha. So, her answer to this question is option D. Question number 11. With reference to Constitution of India, which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? Options are forest, concurrent list, that is correct. Stock exchange, concurrent list, that is incorrect. Post office savings banks, union list, that is correct. Public health, state list, that is correct. So the answer to this question is option B. Division of powers between union and state is notified through three kinds of lists mentioned in 7th schedule, that is union list, state list and concurrent list. Forest comes under concurrent list. Stock exchange and future markets are subject enumerated in union list. Post office saving banks comes under union list. Presently, health is under the state list. 15th Finance Commission Chairman N.K. Singh said that health should be shifted to the concurrent list under the Constitution. But now it is under state list. So the answer to this question is option B. Question number 12. With reference to trade-related investment measures, that is TRIMS, which of the following statement is or are correct? Statements are: quantitative restrictions on imports by foreign investors are prohibited. That is correct. They apply to investment measures related to trade in both goods and services. That is incorrect. They are not concerned with the regulation of foreign investment. That is correct. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. The answer to this question is option C. Statement 1 and 3 are correct. Under the agreements on TRIMS of the World Trade Organization, commonly known as TRIMS Agreement, WTO members have agreed not to apply certain investment measures that discriminate against foreign goods, that restrict trade, or leads to quantitative restrictions, both of which violate basic WTO principles. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Main features of TRIMS are: it applies only to investment measures related to goods trade. This doesn't apply to service trade. It doesn't regulate the entry of foreign industry or investment. Concerned measures were applied to both the foreign domestic firms. Hence, statement 2 is incorrect and 3 is correct. So, the answer to this question is option C. Question number 13. If the RBI decides to adopt an expansionist monetary policy, which of the following would it not do? Statements are: cut and optimize the statutory liquidity ratio, RBI will do it. Increase the marginal standing facility rate, RBI will not do it. Cut the bank rate and repo rate, RBI will do it. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here, answer to this question is option B. Statement 2 only is correct. An expansionary monetary policy is focused on increasing the money supply in an economy. It is implemented by lowering key interest rates, thus increasing market liquidity, that is money supply. High market liquidity usually encourages more economic activity. Statutory liquidity ratio is the minimum percentage of deposits that commercial bank has to maintain in the form of cash, gold or other securities. Raising SLR makes banks park more money in government securities and reduce the level of cash in the economy. Doing the opposite helps maintain cash flow in the economy. Reducing SLR leaves more liquidity with banks, which in turn can fuel growth and demand in the economy. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. When RBI adopts expansionary monetary policy, it decreases policy rates like repo rate, reverse repo, marginal standing facility rate, bank rate. Hence, statement 2 is correct and 3 is incorrect. So, the answer to this question is option B. Question number 14. With reference to the Indian economy after the 1991 economic liberalization, consider the following statements. Statements are: worker productivity increased in urban areas while it decreased in rural areas. That is incorrect. The percentage share of rural areas in the workforce steadily increased. That is incorrect. In rural areas, the growth in non-farm economy increased. That is correct. The growth rate in rural employment decreased. That is correct. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? Here, answer to this question is option B. Statement 3 and 4 are correct. As per the reports available, worker productivity has increased for both rural and urban areas. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The rural share in the total workforce declined steadily from 76 to 70. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. One of the significant changes in the rural production structure is the growing share of the non-farm sector, which increased from 37% in 1980s to 65% in 2010. And thus shows that in terms of value of production, rural is no longer merely agriculture. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Rural employment showed 2.16% of annual growth rate during the pre-reform period, which decelerated in the post-reform period to 1.45% and turned negative in the period of economic acceleration. Hence, statement 4 is correct. So her answer to this question is option B. Question number 15. Consider the following statements. Statements are, in terms of short-term credit delivery to the agriculture sector, district central cooperative banks deliver more credit in comparison to scheduled commercial banks and regional rural banks. That is incorrect. One of the most important functions of DCCB is to provide funds to the primary agricultural credit societies. That is correct. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? Here answer to this question is option B. Statement 2 only is correct. In rural India, there exists a three-tier rural cooperative structure. Tier 1 includes state cooperative banks at the state level. Tier 2 includes district central cooperative banks at the district level. And Tier 3 includes primary agricultural cooperative societies. Scheduled commercial banks contributed the major share in agriculture and allied credit. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The most significant function of the district central cooperative bank is to provide financial support to the primary cooperative societies that are affiliated to it in the district. Hence, statement 2 is correct. So, her answer to this question is option B.
So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will continue with the next essay tomorrow.